The truth is like poetry, and people fucking hate poetry. Got that from The Big Short last night. I watched that movie again. It's a good movie. So here's some actionable tips, recommendations, short list. Just gonna run through it. Hopefully it sparks something in your mind so that today you live a better life, have a better day, maybe take a better action. Life principles for living truth. Process of taking ownership and control of your thoughts. That's the fundamental thing you have to do. And again, these are not in a very specific order. They're just a bunch of random thoughts, basically a scratch pad I have for a book I'm writing, Max Truth. Accept the responsibility. Get out of victim narrative. It's a huge one. If at any point you start feeling bad for yourself or feeling like the world's out to get you or feeling as if you're the victim, well, stop. Because for as long as you think that and believe that, you will create energies that will bring it to you. You will find reasons why you are the victim. It's kind of insane, but this is just the law of, you could say, quantum physics and the law of attraction. When you believe you're a victim, you will become a victim, and it will perpetually repeat victim, 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 victim forever. Especially when you consider that the random chaotic environment around you doesn't give a shit about you, and it's not going to operate the way you want it to. So you're always going to be let down. We're all let down all the time. It's just part of life. You figure out what's worth even caring about or fighting for, and then you go through obstacles, and that makes you stronger and better, and you live a better life, whatever. But that's the process of life. Shine a spotlight on every thought. Start the awareness process. As you notice more, take advantage of opportunities to edit, alter, update, and improve in real time. Now, this is referring to your thought processes and your responses to the environment. What you think, what you feel, everything is a choice. Most people do it on autopilot. They let their biology take over. They let other people think for them by absorbing what politicians say in mainstream media and toxic people and negative Nancy's and victims, etc. And they don't take conscious control. A lot of people don't even realize they can take conscious control. You can control. I mean, you already do, but you can consciously control every thought, feeling, and action. Everything. You already do because it's all you. You might just let your subconscious do it and your biology do it. That would be kind of subconscious control. Whereas conscious control is you don't respond to anything or take any actions or think anything or feel anything until you've consciously analyzed it and figured out if it's worth the energy, how to think about it productively, etc. As you go through this awareness process of paying attention to your thoughts, controlling your thoughts, taking ownership of them, you slowly start applying the growth mindset perspective to everything. You take everything as an opportunity to grow. Every single hard thing in your life is an opportunity. It doesn't make you a victim. It's just hard shit you got to deal with, as we all do. When you start approaching life that way, it's quite miraculous, because I'm going to tell you exactly what happens. You get to control your destiny. Literally, simple as that. When you are beholden to your environment and you feel that things are out to get you or that you can't overcome them or they're too hard, that's a favorite of mine, too hard. When you approach it from that way, as if you want to avoid those things or life should be easy, you're violating a natural law of the universe. The only reason you want things is because they are hard to get, because wanting things is defined by its scarcity or difficulty in getting. If you had an easy life and if you were given all the money and sex and food and whatever you wanted forever, and it was on demand at a push of a button, you would very quickly become miserable, and a lot of people would actually kill themselves. This is a law of the universe. This is the Tao. This is the duality of everything. It's what makes victim mindset so ironic. It's because this idea that like you want an easy life where things should be easy for you, when the reality is that life would not be worth living. Question everything and seek objective truth rather than convenient ego-soothing lies. Never stop. Life is motion. You are either moving forward and growing and adapting, or you're dying. As you become aware, you are given opportunities to catch yourself and make different decisions. This will open your mind, and you'll keep creating more opportunities to grow by paying attention to your thoughts. That's the thing about growth mindset here and taking conscious control of your thoughts, is that the more you do it, the more you start seeing the opportunities around you. You can get to a point where everything in your existence is an opportunity for growth. It doesn't mean things aren't going to be painful. Like if you lose people, there's going to be some mega pain. I mean, we all have it in store. I know this. You know this. The people you love, they're eventually going to die. You're eventually going to die. Bad things are going to happen. Everything you have is going to eventually return to dust. But for the majority of the time, we live in a massive amount of abundance. We have so much freaking abundance, it's not even funny. Like we have too much abundance, which is why you have the crazy world we live in, where humans are literally creating problems for themselves because it's built into our biology. We need struggle. We need hardness. And when your life and your environment is defined by comfort, you go seek it out. So you go find some enemy to attack or some cause to make yourself feel righteous or whatever. Different modalities will bring you different results, but the constant is developing the habit of being aware of your thoughts and consciously controlling them. This is the foundation of personal growth and development. Okay, so what about your external world? You want to remove the things that aren't worth the time. The negative energies, the Debbie Downers, the people that always have something to complain about, that always see the glass as half full. These people will drag you down just through osmosis, being around them, right? You will absorb their negative energies. You will absorb their thought patterns. You will end up using the words they use and thinking the thoughts they think. So you should curate that. But that doesn't mean you're going to curate this perfectly safety, no struggle, no hardness, everything's perfect for you life. That's not going to happen. That's not what I'm talking about. You're setting yourself up to have a growth mindset so that you can then approach the hardness of life with that growth mindset, which will make you effective, which will allow you to have gratitude, which will allow you to embrace hard things and use them for what they are, as a gift, as fuel, as opportunity for growth. Remove toxic people from your life, closed-minded people, negative people. And if you have to interact with them, then change the subject. Take control of what you let into your eyes and ears. You don't need to engage with people just because they're yelling or gossiping or feeling bad or whatever. You don't have to do it. It's actually amazing how much you can control and direct conversations and direct the minds of people around you if you take conscious control and do it. You can literally exit conversations. You don't have to reply to every text or email. You don't have to answer every phone call. You don't even have to engage in questions or statements or accusations that people hurl at you. You don't have to say anything. Be ruthless with curating what you let into your world. So from here on out, you're no longer allowed to abuse yourself. There's no victim mentality. There's no feeling bad for yourself. There's no blaming yourself. I mean, don't do it with other people too, but especially don't do it with yourself. You are not a victim. You're not going to put yourself down or compare yourself to others. You are you, and you should embrace the power that is you and the opportunity. You're the only omnipresence of your existence. Think about that a second. You are like a god of your existence because you make every decision, even if that means following some external idea of God. Who chooses to do that? And who could choose not to do that? It's you. Every choice, decision, action, thought, feeling comes back to you right up here, this brain, this consciousness. That is all there is in your life. That's the only thing there is. Without it, there's not even anything out there. There's nothing. Without your brain, nothing exists. And with it, everything does. But that everything is malleable. It's within your control. So you can manifest a reality that is full of abundance, full of gratitude, full of amazing people and friends and relationships and opportunities. And you can wake up every day and just be amazed that you get to go out in the sun and you can have AC and running water and delicious food everywhere. So that's just a few thoughts for today about how to really own your awareness, your consciousness, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. And if you aren't already on the Better Human newsletter, go to thebetterhuman.co. I'm sending out a once a month free newsletter. And then I have a weekly paid, which will also be moving up to twice a week. I got a better money section in there. It's basically slowly becoming the world's most useful, badass newsletter there is. That's kind of what my goal is with it. And the format I'm really honing in on. I've been doing it for about 1.5 years now, but I'm really taking it seriously as a paid product and I'm excited about it. And it's really going to be kind of like the core way I put out content and monetize it and care about it and have pressure to make it the best, etc. So thebetterhuman.co, get on it. You'll at least get a free newsletter every month. And then if you want it weekly, and then maybe eventually twice a week, but at least every week, you can go over to thebetterhuman.co and get that.